First met Mark probably prior to owning a hardware store, just from seeing him around the community. So he would come in on a frequent basis, and once a week he would try to buy a new power tool. And at some point, one can only have so many power tools. It seemed like he was maybe just buying them out of want, not out of need.
My name is Mark Berry. I met Dan about 20 years ago.
Dan came home and said, there's this guy that keeps coming in. He keeps buying all these power tools, and I think that we maybe need to do something about it to help him. We knew he lived in a very tiny house with his sister, and we knew that maybe he was on a fixed income.
So he was buying some really expensive tools, some really nice tools. I realized that he's got more power tools than I have to sell because he's bought so many.
I had more tools than everything. I cluttered my room with tools because I had no place to put them. I had every tool in the world. I started putting them in the basement and they started rusting. I thought I had to have everything.
Mark came in, and so we had the conversation, and I said, Mark, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sell you any more tools.
I remember I told him I needed a pair of construction boots, and he told me I couldn't have them. He was right. He was right about me buying tools.
So after I got him over the edge of not selling him more tools and explaining to him that I wanted him to come to work for us because he knew more about tools than I did, then that kind of eased his tension a little bit, and he kind of fell into that role ever since.
He offered me a good hope, good love. He tried to help me with everything by working here. He hired me because I was a good guy.
Mark lived in a very tiny house with his sister.
After his sister had passed away and he was living on his own, we found out that he was doing his laundry in a bathtub because they didn't have a washer and dryer at their house. So we donated a washer and dryer to him so he'd have a place to do his laundry. And I know that that was a blessing to him.
Mark Berry helps Dan in a lot of different ways, and I've approached Mark before and said, Mark, you're gonna go with Dan and pick some stuff up. He really could use some cheering up. Mark just has a good way of helping people out.
I think everybody needs a wingman, right? And that's who Mark is for me. We kind of hold each other, I think, a little bit accountable. There's times where I might get off on the wrong track or get excited about something, and Mark usually pulls me back down and tells me to relax, and I'll do the same for him.
Dan loves me, and I love him, and I love Val, too. I try to be nice to him and treat him good, and try to help him, with stuff. We love our jobs.
I love Mark Berry. He's come to my family's Christmas, and he's been down to my family farm. We take him with us all the time. He's just a favorite in the community, and it's a blessing to see how he helps people that come in. And he's just a part of our family, and we love him.
There's a lot of community members that come in to try to buy him lunch, or they'll come in for multiple reasons, but most of them will take a chance and they'll sit down with Mark, visit with Mark. He's just a likable guy.
I love to greet people. I think it's so great that I'm here. They come in and I just say hi to everybody. I give them candy canes, and that's what Dad told me to do.
There's a lot of people in the community that will thank us people here at the hardware store, for what we've done for Mark. But sometimes I don't know that they realize what Mark has done for us, right? So he's just a good guy to have on your side.